Hi everyone, been a while since I made a video. I just had a few thoughts, so I just wanted to share it. Hope everybody is well. Hope the tribe's well. Um, just thinking of my situation, maybe probably yours, the tribes, the whole parallel society thing. I just, and it's possibly me as well. I could just be ranting here, but the term limbo came to mind. Um, like a I don't know, like a vibrational limbo. I feel that I'm kind of in. Maybe you feel it as well. And what I mean by it is like just looking up definitions of it. It's like the one that gets me appeals to me the most is the dictionary's version in a state in a situation where you're caught between two stages. And keeping that in mind, think of the parallel society. We've never really been in the mainstream matrix, but now we are moving into the parallel society. Like like when all this lockdown shit happened, we think bad things happen, but good things happen. People certainly nearly most of you would have at least one person or two people that fell out of your life, like they fell off the face of the earth. They just didn't contact you. Um, Maybe lots of you had lots of that. And you're starting to notice that the people that were fake are faker, and everything's obvious. Things are more transparent now. Um, so I've noticed it, and I've noticed how maybe it's me. Maybe I'm in more of a vibrational limbo than anyone, but I don't think so. I think anybody that's resonating with me will understand. People around me don't seem to be able to communicate with me very well. Um, Now, it could be partly that we, because of AI and because of all this tech and gadgets and these phones that we got, we are losing our ability to form relationships. And I'm not just talking about the relationships like partners and close family. I'm talking about faces that you know, friends, but also people at work, bosses, supervisors, work colleagues. They seem to be losing the ability, in my eyes, to communicate. Letting agents, the day-to-day faces that you deal with, you do have a relationship with them, or at least you should, because you have to communicate and you see each other. I don't know, you talk to each other once a month or whatever, uh, or however much time, but it's normal human interaction to be able to communicate, right? Kind of obvious. But I've noticed that that's falling away. People don't seem to be able to be human. I don't know if it's the AI technology that they've got where they don't interface with people anymore. Like we don't, do we? We don't like interface. People don't interface maybe with people as much in shops because they're ordering, shit. They don't, they don't go to the cinema, watch films at home, and all of that. So there is that, but like this is what I've noticed with me. Like, uh, I noticed that at work, people don't email each other and communicate. Like, I'm just going to have a little rant here. All these little situations I've noticed. Like at my works, we get. I won't give you much detail, but we get like agency workers come in for factory, and we have to check the email list to make sure that they are who they are. We have to ID them and everything like that. So many times we the agencies that they're working for tell them that they're working, but they won't even send us an email to confirm their names. And then they're left waiting until we get an email that everybody's in bed because it's like not even 6 in the morning, etc. Lack of communication that goes on and on, so it's obviously not understood. It just makes me wonder what's going on in people's minds because So much examples for me, right? Like, um, there's oh, you don't know who he said that man. There's a supervisor at work, right, who is just on another planet. Like he has no memory of what he does, so he can't put out a. It takes him ages to put out a roster of who's working when, where, and what days, and it's very simple. We have a shift pattern. He doesn't even remember who's on what site. He won't like if he says, "Can you do this shift? Can you do me a favour?" You go, "Yeah, okay. Just get back to me to confirm that that's you want me to do that." He won't. He will tell somebody else. By the way, so and so is doing that shift. He is so. One time when a member of my family passed away years ago, who was terminally ill. I had to be there, for my family to support somebody. He, I told him, sorry, this is an emergency. I can't come in tonight. I'm not sure about tomorrow. My member of family is in critical condition. Is going to pass away. I need to be there for them. Pay my respect. Didn't even send me a confirmation back. Very sorry about that. Please let me know where you can get back. We're going to arrange cover, etc., etc. He doesn't have that human side to him. He won't remember like events in ABCD memory. There's a word called, I think it's called episodic or something like that, where people can't put their memories in order of. So it's almost like they have no value of importance to their life. Like like when you go back in time, you remember things when you were a child. You remember things you did when you were a teenager. You remember things that you wanted to do, and things that the good, the bad, and everything. He can't, that is like they can't put that in order. I wonder if he is. It's so strange. I know I'm rambling here, but this is what happened to me recently, right? Like I'm changing jobs, and I explained to this guy, I'll give you up to the 20th this month, but I can't do like the 15th and 16th because I'm doing training for the new job. But I will cover extra shifts, 2 extra shifts to try and help out and make up. So that was arranged. And then he says to me, "Why are you? I thought you said you can cover up to the 20th." When he put me on the roster for the 15th, 16th, I said, "I explained to you." Doesn't understand, doesn't compute. Prior to that, I spoke to the new. Actually, go back several weeks. I spoke to one of the ladies in the office who was doing my work, my checkups. Like when you start a new job, you have to give them, your passport, birth certificate, proof of address, like pay slips and everything like that. I was giving them pay slips for the new company, was emailing them, and I was called. I said, "Have you got, I tried to call her, and she said, "Can I call you back?" And he didn't call me back. I left it a few days, and then reminded them. Just want to know, have you got the pay slips? Is it okay? Left it for several days. Finally, I called them and said, "Hi, I'm just checking. Did you get those pay slips via email for the background check and everything like that?" "Oh yeah, that's fine," she said. Like, "Yeah, it's all cleared. It was cleared like a week ago. So can you start the job?" And I'm like, "Oh great, but no, because I was waiting for you to confirm back to me, so that I can 100% know that I have a new job to go to. So I will hand in my notice with this job, like tomorrow, and give them a month. So everything's delayed. But I have a feeling if I didn't call her, she would have just completely forgot about me. Like I'm not there. I'm in limbo. It's like uh, another example is the other chap that was organising training for me. He sent me an email. Can you attend a training course for this date? I said yes. And then I called him up and said, "Can you give me the address of the place so that I can get there?" Because he said, "Oh, good idea. Yeah, I will email that to you or something." So I called him up. I said, "Have you got the address?" And he said, "Oh, yeah. Sorry. What site?" Because he said to me, "Yeah, what site are you going to be at or work? Are you working at now or whatever?" I said, "No, I will be working at this site. That's the site that's arranged, but I need to be. You said you're going to give me training somewhere else." "Oh yeah, yeah, sure. So it's this site here. I'll give you the address tomorrow. Give you a call reminder." So I call him, and he says to me, "Oh yeah, what site? You're that site, aren't you?" "Oh yeah, yeah, that's where I'll be working." "Oh yeah, sorry, that day was for the wrong training for the wrong site, so we're gonna have to rearrange it." I'm thinking he asked me the site the other day, so he must have known. So how did he get that one mixed up? So we rearranged it and for another date. It boggles me, you know. What else is there? Yeah, my old the letting agency I was with. One of them sent me an email for a, I don't know, they wanted a bill, like I had to pay a fee to somebody as on top of my rent, and when the place I was letting, the letting agency didn't even inform these people basically, so I had to tell them, and they said, "Oh, it's the job of your letting agency." So many. What I'm trying to say is, I feel I'm stuck in limbo. Like if I don't communicate to people, it's like I'm not there. It's almost like they don't understand that, or they forget that I exist. So I'm always having to push people. Like, I mean, I've noticed like friends have fallen on the face of the earth. Don't call you. Could be that I'm just an odd burden. It could be that I know I am a strange person, but probably you are. But it could be that vibrationally, you know, if you're not a normie, you're you're not resonating like them. So it's almost like they can't connect with you wavelength wise. So they forget you. You know, you have to push them. The problem is, it's okay. You could let go of like people that aren't your friends anymore. You know, you actually fall out and you part, even family, blood, right? But when you're actually trying to exist in this matrix and trying to earn a living, people are very hard work because it's almost like you're not there. You have to really remind them of your existence. It's so weird, you know. This could be bollocks, but another one is like dating websites I've joined just to play around. Apart from all the chatbots, which are fucking weird, like because they're persistent, but they have like more than one name, and then they say they're in different locations and all that. So that's weird. But I joined like a dating website recently, and I got 9 responses, you know, from 9 ladies, very positive. And then I'm like, oh hi, yeah, I'm from Kent. Do you fancy a chat? And then no response whatsoever. It's so bizarre. It's like one of them said, I like you. The other one said, you know, nice profile. The other one said, we have much in common. Another one said, hi, I'm new to all of this. Don't really know what to say. You know, do you fancy a chat? Um, Someone else said, hi, I like your profile. You seem like an interesting man. Fancy a chat and all this. And I was like, oh, great. So we're getting somewhere. So I politely replied back, hi, yeah, great. You know, I'm from so and so. You know, yeah, let's talk. Nothing, not a sausage. It's so weird. It's like it's like the it's like the bosses, like the people I'm communicating with. They send me a text. Oh yes, we will do that for you. Or oh hi Robert, da da da, and then they don't communicate back. My the letting agency I'm with, they say, oh we'll call you back. Like they said they're going to stick a fence up so that I have privacy from a neighbour in my yard. They say that they're going to confirm back to me where my electric bills are coming from, because you know, because she said to me, "Oh, maybe you don't have to pay electric," and I'm said, "No, I fucking do have to pay fucking electric. Everybody has to pay electric. It's coming from somewhere. Could be that because this is a big building and it's separated, that I'm having, the other guy's paying all of my electric. But what I don't want is several months to go by and I've got a whopping great big bill. I will get back to you on that. No, of course they didn't. That's another one. Lack of communication. It's like maybe maybe this could be that for for us, the tribe and the parallel society, we are in limbo in the fact that we know we found each other, we're building the parallel society one way or another, building friendship, engaging in communication, conversation that means a lot. When we're talking to one another, somebody says something like, "Oh, I was thinking about that," and then we expand on it. Maybe we don't always understand what the other person is getting at, but then we kind of, the conversation goes in another direction. It's building and building and strengthening and strengthening. While the other thing, the other world, the old matrix that we never really were part of is fading and fading and fading. It's like the radio signal is getting weaker and weaker. So that's why maybe, I don't know, did you have the problem where just everyday people can't communicate, they forget, and you're having to constantly nudge them like you don't exist? You know, it could be like something we're all going through, or it could just be me. I could just be fucking weird, you know. I always have been weird, but it's like that. You know, the limbo came to mind. I mean, obviously you have the like the old Christian concept of being in that, you know, in between state of whether you're going to go to heaven or hell. But you know, going more into that, it does suggest like a vibrationary state of which dimension are you going to go into. Like you're in between this point of venturing into another world, into another dimension entirely, right? But you are not quite there yet, so you're going to go somewhere. Maybe that's what I'm experiencing personally. Maybe you're experiencing it personally, and maybe, you know, those who aren't normies, the tribe all around the world, are experiencing this, you know, collectively. We are literally in that in between phase where we were going to go in this direction and the other people are going to go in that direction, you know. And the problem is we do have to engage with people. So, bit of a ramble, you know, could be bollocks, but I think there's some truth to it. Um, yeah, just looking up definitions of it, like in it, one of them is in a state of neglect. That's what I feel, or oblivion. Like, you know, I'm oblivious to a lot of people. I think the heaven and hell thing, and then in a forgotten or ignored place. These are definitions. You know, there's in an uncertain or undecided condition. Um, yeah, so caught between two stages. It's like I feel in limbo when I'm talking to work colleagues and people that I have nothing in common with, but I have to make pretend, you know, put on a fucking face. Like it's like you're not there to them and they're not there to you, but you're going through the motions. Do you know what I mean? That's that real limbo kind of feeling where if they just disappeared, it wouldn't be like you really knew them anyway. Like I know people at work colleagues, polite to them, nothing against them. You know, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen, but it's almost like if they weren't there, if they disappeared into another dimension one day, it's like I wouldn't suffer or I wouldn't be upset. It's almost like, were they really there anyway? But then obviously you have people that you love and that you resonate with, that you know, people, new faces that hopefully we've all made, that bloody mean a lot to you. Even if you never met them in person, it's like what they said on that topic and what you said back to them, and the feeling, you know, the heartfelt feeling of connection and joy that you experience, and that inner heartfelt satisfaction. Like, it's like people do understand, and it's like, this is important, like I must keep this going. That's important. That's the place you're going to, right? The others, it's so strange, you know. You may have experienced this with members of your family. I just thought I'd say that. It's a bit of a ramble. um you know, it could be me, you know. I could be, you know, going through this more maybe than you. Maybe you're in a bit more, maybe you're a bit more certain in yourself. Things are falling in place, more obvious to you. Things are for me, things are falling in place, but things just, so much just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm just going to share that. I won't ramble on anymore. Anyway, take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, cheers.